But dude, after like we were talking about that Masters performance and you beating Tiger, you were like the it guy coming out of like college golfers weren't getting a lot of pub at that time. I feel like you were the guy getting tons of it. The notoriety around you at that time was massive. How do you get invited to a party where there's Jay-Z and LeBron in attendance?
So it's kind of twofold. Your first part of the question was in Colt and like a Ryan Moore and like a Hunter. People coming out of college can understand that. I'll tell two parts of the story. Is that when we come out as golfers, we all get thrown back in the same pool. So there's the top 5 or 10 golfers, and you have the top 5 or 10 football players, basketball players that come out. They get 2 or 3 year contracts to go prove themselves. We get thrown in the same pool as golfers to go prove yourself. Meaning we might get a few more exemptions, but you have just as much status as Drew Stoltz, as John Doe, as someone coming out of college, anybody. Mm-hmm. So you have to go prove yourself. So yes, we might get some sponsorship dollars and exemptions to go kind of help the path to get there. But I came out, as you said, it was like Hesop Choi, LeBron James, Logano, and someone else. They did ESPN Next magazine. It just came back out. And they did Next. It was ESPN the magazine,
I remember
but it's called
Next was big, yeah.
So they did an hour special on the television, and they did a magazine. And I was the golfer, and they picked a athlete from each sport, and I'll never forget it. And they came to Tucson and did a TV part of it. They did a shoot part of it, and at that point, you think you get a 2 or 3, like I said, 4-year contract. You get to go prove yourself. And in golf, we probably would have come out of college if we would have both got our card right away, get on the PGA Tour, you start clicking, blah, 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 blah. And it's a super tough thing in golf, and it's tough to explain to the normal golfer how you get your card and keep it. You just say you finish in the top 125. And on the other part of that, I was coming out of college. I was a little bit different, or I felt like I was a little bit different. Stockton, crossover athlete, wore a different shirt, but was playing well in the Masters with Tiger and Tucson Open. And I think I played in another tournament that played well to parlay it into it. But I'll never forget, I play well in the Masters. I make the cut with Ernie and Tiger in the 2003 U.S. Open when Ernie was making a big push at Tiger. And I'd never seen so much media in my life. And I'm sitting there, and I'm at Olympia Fields. Another Wildcat won it, Jim Furyk. Mm-hmm. And it's Saturday night. And my best girlfriend from high school is going to Northwestern. And I was going to go hang out with her on Sunday and Monday. Just stay there for a couple extra days in the summer. She was doing summer school. And I'm going to go hang out with her just to stay there for a little bit. We had nothing going on in the summer, really, at that point. Because I was going to turn pro. I was going to go play in the British Open and then turn pro after. And I got a call on my phone. I was getting recruited by, let's call it Nike or an Adidas and Reebok and this company with Reebok who Jay-Z was with, and this other management company calls me and gets me associated, and I'm on the phone with the guy that they call World Wide Wes.
Legend.
Legend. And Jay-Z.
Yeah.
So World Wide Wes calls me. He's like, hey, I got a guy that wants to talk to you. And I told you this story, and I'm like, yeah, hello. Hey, this is Jay-Z. Yo, I'm open up the 40/40 Club. I think it was on a Wednesday. Do you want to come? I'm like, yeah. He's like, how many albums I got? I'm like, you got 4. He's like, I got 5, but I don't count the first one. He's like, you're in. He's like, bam, I got you staying here. You're in. And I mean, the picture describes it all. But I mean, I hang out at Northwestern where my good girlfriend was hanging for like a day and a half. I fly to New York. I stay at the Giraffe Hotel in Midtown. I end up going to the 40/40 Club, which had just opened that night. He drops the Black album that night, plays it 2 times through, and then we leave. I'm in the best story from the whole night is that I go into that room. I'm eating with them. I'm having cocktails and drinks with them. I go into the club with them. Red carpet. Jason Kidd's ex-wife is doing the red carpet. Bam, I'm in the same room. I need to go to the bathroom. I go outside, go to the bathroom. I come back. Guy gives me the full-on Heisman. I'm like, whoa. And these 2 guys are huge. It's Beyonce's bouncer and Jay-Z's bouncer. And I'm like, oh, no, I was just in here. I just came back out. No, you didn't. No. By all means, just like producer over there, Jay-Z makes eye contact with me. And I give him the hands up. He's like, no. So Jay-Z walks over. And LeBron's there. Mm-hmm. LeBron's getting drafted. And he goes, this guy tonight can go anywhere. And I was like, oh my God, I'm in. And 5 minutes later, there's a picture of me, whatever, and I got little Kim on my lap. I'm hanging with Antoine Walker, Tracy McGrady, LeBron James.
Sleaze might have to excuse himself when you said little Kim.
He's seen the picture. I showed him the picture.
I'm a bit of a fan.
Dude,
how do you go back to college after that? You know what I mean? Like, oh, I'm going to go back to Tucson and hang out at the local pub.